Hello everyone, it's Kate Spencer with some energy insights for February 2022 and some cards that might help you on your journey too. I am a writer. You can find my books on Amazon, Book Depository and other online stores. Look for 12 lessons. And I'm also the founder of Life and Soul Academy. I'll put the membership details underneath this video, or there'll be somewhere you can click to find that. And I'm also a life and soul coach, and I help people to live consciously. Woo! So yeah, that's me. And I'm here to talk about the themes that are coming up for me in February, because we are all connected. I was going to say connected as a collective, but yeah, collected, whatever that means. So often the stuff that comes up for one of us comes up for many of us. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and then I'm going to share with you the 4 cards that I've drawn for February to see if they assist you. So the more observant of you will notice that I did not do a video in January. So what was that about? Well, December was really tricky for me. It depleted me an awful lot, and I actually had sort of a tower moment where stuff literally fell down for me. If you know about tarot, you'll know about the tower moment, where things fall apart in order for you to rebuild them and regroup. And the literal part of that was there was a lot of storm damage from Storm Arwen in my garden, and a load of great big trees fell down, which represented a lot of work. And there was also a lot of personal stuff going on in the background. That was the result of years worth of stress and difficulty, and I just had to kind of surrender to life happening. And I couldn't do January's video because I didn't really have a lot of clarity. I was in a place where, although I wanted to hit January with all my New Year resolutions and intentions, I did do a bit of that, and I did a self-audit using the Wheel of Life, and I dug in with some of the stuff that was going on, but I couldn't get complete clarity in how I wanted to move forward because I had so much happening. So February really is my new year. So this is the month where I'm going to hit reset. And I would say to you, you can hit reset whenever you want to. It's your life. You can choose to do it because of Monday, because the first of the month, because it's your birthday, because it's New Year's Eve. It can be any time. That power is in your hands. So if, like me, you feel like you're due a reset, then you choose what works for you. And for me, it's going to be this month. So moving on to themes of this month and what's coming up for me. Definitely regrouping and self-care. I've had to do a lot of work on boundaries, and I've had to do a lot of work on looking after myself and bringing my energy back after a period of time that was very depleting. I did hear something recently that really struck me, and someone said, if you're not motivated, it can actually be an issue in terms of fatigue, and it can be because you're depleted and worn down. And that really resonated with me, because there was a time in January where I just couldn't get myself motivated to do much at all. And when I look back, it wasn't because I wasn't motivated, or I couldn't get inspired, or I wasn't feeling creative. It was because I was really worn out. So I had to ramp up my self-care and give myself permission to cave out a bit and to look after myself and allow that energy to come back. So it was very much a case of getting back to basics. So I would encourage you, if you're feeling a bit flat, if you're feeling worn out, if you feel like you're lacking direction or motivation, to revisit those basics. Are you eating properly? Are you getting good quality sleep? Are you having enough water? Are you keeping away from drama and draining people and situations? The other thing for me was allowing myself to regroup and have some white space, be able to immerse myself in a walk outdoors, be able to do some meditation, get up early. I'm a really early riser, and just allow some white space. So what do I mean by that? I'm a great believer in blocking your time and being productive and getting as much done as you can. But what I was lacking was that space where I was going to do nothing and schedule nothing in, because actually by doing nothing, you're often doing everything, because that's the moment when you can still your mind, when you can engage yourself in a creative project, or when you can do some meditation, or have a lie in, or go to bed early, or take a bubble bath, or take a walk, or have time to focus on nothing really, that switches off the part of your mind that can be your inner critic and your ego, and it can help you steer towards that nice white space, that open space where it's not mentally cluttered, and where you can bring yourself in the present moment and receive what it is you need to receive in terms of guidance, inspiration. So that's going to be something that I'm going to really try and factor more in in February. And I live somewhere where I can very easily take even just a 15-minute walk, and I'm going to allow more of that. So self-care, regrouping, resetting on my terms when I feel like I want to do it, and also looking for that white space. I would say as well, in terms of the regrouping and resetting, it's important to put action steps in. So identifying what it is that you do want to change and getting some action steps in and scheduling that in to assist and help you. So whether it's working on your money stuff, losing weight, starting a blog, starting a YouTube channel, whatever it is, get those action steps in, write them on your calendar when they're going to happen, and start doing them, because it's not going to happen by magic. So make sure that you schedule some stuff in. So that's what's going on for me. Take from that what feels right for you, as always. And let's look at the cards that I drew. I drew 4 for February. The first one is Heart Chakra. Woo! What do we think of that? It's beautiful, isn't it? So this is about opening your heart, being in your heart, but also it's about healing your heart. And so often when this comes out in a reading, it's because we've closed down that part of us, and that happens defensively. If you've been in a situation where you've been hurt, where you've been traumatized, sometimes you will close that part of your energy system in order to protect yourself. But then as time moves on, that can become detrimental, and it can stop you from enjoying the joy in the moment, and it can sabotage you being present. And it can also lock in the old frequencies of the past stuff that happened that hurt you. So a really good way to open your heart is to intend that you're breathing in from the unified field of love, and all of the love that's all around. Really resonate with that feeling. Just drop your head and breathe into your heart chakra and visualize it opening like a lotus flower. You can also spend time in gratitude, not just like the kind of Pollyanna gratitude, but actual gratitude. Think of what you can be grateful for: running water, a safe place to live, food on your table, and then expand it out. And the more you can get into gratitude, the more that heart can open. And it's also important, as I said, for self-care, for you to open your heart to yourself. What could you do for yourself that would be more loving? Remember that when you can engage in self-care, you're telling the universe, in terms of your energy vibration, I'm worth looking after, I'm worthy of being treated well. And that opens the door for more goodness to come in. So that was the first message for February. The second one was this one: ditch the drama. So how many of us have got people in our lives that love a bit of drama? This is about stepping back from that. Now, drama is oxygen for people who are toxic, for people who are broken. And I say that with love. It's an observation. It's not me judging them. I've been this person, by the way, and it wasn't fun. But when I was this person, I loved a good drama, and I would do stuff to whip up drama. This message is about the fact that drama is really draining, especially if you're an empath, especially if you're a sensitive person. Try and distance yourself. The little ribbons here are about cutting cords. The roses are beautiful, but remember they've got thorns, and drama will harm you and drain you. Do what you can to step onto the sidelines and to wish people well, signpost them where possible, but don't get sucked into their drama. And the other thing is as well about drama on social media or drama on TV. Not good drama that you want to watch in a box set on Netflix, but drama on the news. It's all got an effect on you. It all has an effect. And I think I've done a podcast on what you consume, and I'm sure I'll be able to link it as well, that you can listen to that, and how it affects you. So what you consume is not just what you eat and drink, it's what you listen to and what you watch, conversations you have, stuff you see on social media as well. Do your best to keep out of the drama, because that is going to drain you. So that's something to note in the month ahead. The next card is balancing success. So this is part of the audit process that I went through and thought about what it was that made me happy, what would fill me up, what did I need to do, what did success look like to me. And this is very linked to my values of family, of love, of happiness. And you can see there's a little nod to love and filling your cup up and looking after yourself. If you don't look after yourself, any success that you have financially is going to be really hollow. So it's important to get that balance right in terms of work. There's a little nod here to nutrition. What are you eating? What are you consuming again? And that your life will blossom if you can get this balance right. So what feels out of balance in your life, and what are you going to do about it this month? And the last card was this one, Light After Dark. So it's about looking past the tricky times and remembering that you have the key yourself to change the way that you look at things, looking past the darkness into the light and seeing the bigger picture, blue sky thinking, expanding your consciousness, expanding your outlook and awareness, and that the clouds are parting and that you can choose to look at things the way that you want to look at them. You don't have to focus on the dark. You can look past it and see the light if you want to. So what is it that you might be looking at through a negativity filter, through a negative bias that you can change, because again, you have the key to do that, and that you can make yourself not only feel better, but you can start to draw in a different outcome. So I hope that makes sense. I'm wishing you all the best for the month ahead and beyond, and lots of love from my home to yours. Okay, goodbye for now.